Welcome back to Dragonfall. After last episode, I reflected upon it and decided, no, I don't want Blitz to just go his own way. I'm tired of him bordering on being a big problem and only being a small problem. So now I'm worried about him being a big problem. So I reloaded and went back through everything, and now I think the only thing left here is to, we're gonna redo this, because he needs to be stopped. That's, like, even if he has the best intentions, which I'm not entirely sure, I just don't like all of the things he said after I made my decision. Anyway. How'd the whole Emily situation work out? Let's see. So what's the deal? Is she working with the Azzies or what? No, I don't think so, but I do have a new lead. After our talk, I went waiting into the S technology matrix hubs that I could find. Nothing too deep, don't worry. Didn't set off any alarm bells, but I had a hunch if I poked around long enough to find something that might lead me to Emily. Sure enough, I did. Okay, we're just gonna skip all this, I think, because we did it last time. She messaged you. Leave me alone. Did you lay off? Of course not. You're an idiot. That's still true. I'll bite. What's this other clue? Do you think she works for SK? Maybe, I don't know. It's confusing. Maybe she was the mole. This was the other thing, is the line about the Shockwell Rider makes me concerned. I mean, I don't know who the Shockwell Rider is. I don't know if we're actually supposed to, like, they seem to have good intentions, but who knows. But I like them better than the corpse, and I don't know. Blitz, the message was anything but cryptic. She wants you to stay far, far away. Yeah, that's what she said, but she didn't say, but I bet that she didn't mean it. She probably just didn't want to worry me, or maybe she said it under duress. I mean, you've got to agree that it's at least worth checking out. Blitz, listen to me. This is a bad idea, and nothing good is going to come of it. You worry too much, Chief. I'm the best, remember? Are we really... Am I not going to get the choice? So where's the harm in digging a little deeper? I mean, Em might need me. If this is how you acted when you and Emily were together, I can see why she left. He recoils as if you'd punched him. Yeah, correct. Whoa, that was a pretty messed up thing to say, Chief. It was also accurate. You routinely ignore those around you because you think that you know better. I'm here to tell you, you do not know better. But Blitz, listen to me. You need to show some more of that self-control and drop this. Blitz deflates before your eyes. He looks down at his shoes. Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, boss, you win. I'll let it go. I hope that's actually conclusive and he doesn't go and do it anyway. I'd be pretty disappointed if my choices had no effect. Okay, now that that's dealt with, I think we're just going to go deal with Harrow and that whole situation. Let's take a look at my karma real quick. Is there something? I'm trying to remember what the next pending thing was. We got our conjuring up. The spirit control I'm not super worried about. Rifle. Chance for greater than normal damage. These others are costing 7. Let's see. Calculate the chance to hit with ranged weapons. I'd be tempted to wait for additional points just to get that. I still wish I had a better idea of, like, how much of an increase it actually is, but we still have some... Well, I don't know. There's so much use of armor, and there's some additional things in this game versus returns that I just don't know what the hit rates calculations actually look like anymore. But anyway, I think we're basically all set to go. I could go buy gear, but I don't... I'm hoping it's not necessary for this. I'm presuming this is just going to be Glory and me going on this little excursion. Although... Oh, right. It's not... It's the van, not the U-Bahn. Wait a minute. Where's the van? Do I have to talk to Glory to do it? What is this? Oh. Was this here the whole time? Did I just forget that, or not notice that that was there? What is this? No, seriously, what is this? And why did I honestly just never notice it? Alright. Well, it looks like it's just me and Glory. In fairness, we should make a good team. I have the range and buffs, and she has the beefiness and close damage and all the other things. I think we'll work out fine. Can I not switch my gear, or I have to confirm the team and then switch the gear? I guess I could have changed the gear before, but eh. Okay. Fierstella. Excuse my pronunciation if I'm fucking it up. I probably am. The drive from the Kriz Bazaar to the Seanbuch Forest was a long one. For over 6 hours, you and Glory rode in relative silence, with only the sounds of the road for company. Now you find yourself crouching in the woods, watching, waiting. Off in the distance, the rustic exterior of Firstel looks curiously warm and inviting, but you know what's waiting inside. The anticipation churns at your guts like a living thing. Eventually, a van pulls out of the compound's driveway and rolls out along a service road before disappearing from view. Glory gives you a nod and begins to scramble forward. Harrow has left the building. It's time for you to make your way inside. Yeah, okay. So now we're picking gear. Do I want a better medkit or trauma kit? I should have some level 3s, shouldn't I? I thought I picked up some level 3s from a drop at some point, but maybe not. Well, they're not even really organized, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna hope I don't need grenades. And Glory's all kitted out, actually, so... I could give her the shotgun if I'm not carrying it. Why not? I feel like I did that before, but I don't remember which mission it was for. The weathered The weathered edifice of Firstel looms above you, dark and sinister in the chill night air. Despite the horrifying stories that Glory told you about this place, something about it feels strangely comforting. In the back of your mind, insidious voices whisper that you could stay here forever. Do you feel it? The lure of this place? Glory gestures with a limb of chrome and steel. When I was a kid, when I was whole, the pull was irresistible. Yes, I can feel it. It's almost pleasant. It's meant to be. That's how it gets to you. It worms its way inside of you, changes you, and you don't even realize what's happening till it's too late. She looks at you and her eyes are dark. When she speaks again, her voice is quiet but steady. You're going to see some terrible things here, Alice. Firstel exists to prey on the young, And we're going to have to come face to face with that. Are you sure that you're prepared for this? When you say the young, how young do you mean? I need to know what we're walking into. Teenagers mostly, 16 through 18, though there is the rare exception. It's young enough to make me feel uneasy. She nods. Me too, but we're going to put an end to it, one way or another. So I'll ask you again, are you ready for this? I need an honest answer. As ready as I'm gonna be. She studies your face for a moment longer, then looks away. Good. You want to compare notes? Make sure that we're both on the same page? She nods. We take Harrow out of commission. You were right when you said we couldn't afford to let him live. Even if we completely destroyed this place, it'd all be for nothing if he got away. He'd just start another cult somewhere else. It's your run, Glory. I'm just here to help you see it through. So what do we do first? We make our way inside and take out the shrine that Harrow uses as his power focus. We can't touch him while that thing is standing, but after we bring it down, he'll be vulnerable. Tell me more about the shrine. It's a lump of rock, about as tall as I am, inscribed with runes and encrusted with bone. The shrine's power comes from an entity that Harrow bound into the stone, something very old and very dangerous, a toxic spirit. In many ways, it is the heart of this place. We can't touch Harrow while the shrine is intact. If we try, he'll siphon enough power from it to slaughter us where we stand. But if we confront the shrine and kill the spirit, the astral backlash from its death will cripple him, and all we'll have to do is finish him off. I want to hash out a few more details before we head inside. So we make our way to the shrine, and then what? Take it out with explosives? Breaking the rock won't work. We'll have to take on the spirit directly, track it to where it lives, and kill it. She pats the satchel that hangs from her shoulder. I've brought what we'll need to do that. I can't tell you exactly how this is going to go down, Alice. The spirit itself will have a good deal of control over that. But you'd better prepare yourself, because I think this is going to be one hell of a fight. If the shrine is this important, why didn't you mention it earlier? When I lived here, Harrow barely used the thing. To be honest, I think that he was afraid of it. Back before I ran away, First Cell was nothing more than a cult of personality that revolved around Harrow. He didn't need magical help to keep us here. We loved him. We believed in his message. He created the shrine as an insurance policy. And you think that something has changed, and that he's abusing the shrine's power. She nods. Yes, and I think that my escape was the cause of that change. I know Harrow. When I ran, I bruised his ego. His charisma and charm had failed him, and my disappearance rubbed his nose in that failure. He wouldn't be willing to chance something like that happening again, not when he had the means to prevent it. So the cultists here, they're like puppets? The shrine controls them? Not exactly. It's more insidious than that. Think of the shrine's influence as a drug. It lowers your inhibitions, makes you compliant. If you were to stay here for a couple of days, you'd fall in love with this place, and you wouldn't even know why. All of Harrow's bullshit would start to make sense. You'd be happy. In essence, all of the cultists here are addicted to this place. That makes them a threat, yes, but also makes them victims. What about the other cultists? We'll save any that we can, but the energy released when the spirit dies will hurt them too. Anyone whose mind it touched will take a hit. Doesn't that mean the backlash will hit us too? You've only just arrived. The spirit hasn't had a chance to worm its way into your aura yet. You might black out for a minute or two, but otherwise you should be fine. As for me, well, like I said, this place can't touch me anymore. Sounds like this is our best shot then. It is. I think I know everything that I need to. Let's get moving. She nods, and the razors flick out of her fingertips. I'm with you. Let's do it. Oh, this game's heavy. It's really well written. I've got qualms here and there, but man, when it hits, it hits. I'm going to call the episode, and when we come back, we'll get started.